This is the Alex Medina Law Podcast. Practical insights into the world of civil litigation.
Do you think there's a component to the human side of things, like also the lawyer's job in making the client or potential client feel safe, understood, heard?
Absolutely. I think lawyers, it's a really interesting profession, and I think that over the years, I like to study the history of law and how we've gotten to where we are today by looking at where the practice of law began. And I say this on my website when I describe what I do and what I view as my role as an attorney. Lawyers used to be called attorneys and counselors at law. And I think that as a lawyer, you really do have to wear a lot of hats. And I think that a lot of lawyers today forget about the role of an attorney as a counselor, as a problem solver. And I think the best lawyers are those who are part attorneys, part litigators. You know, you got to have the brains, you got to have the chops, you got to be able to write, you got to be able to think on your feet. All those tools, just like with any job, those are the basics. There are mediocre lawyers just like there's mediocre pitchers in baseball. But if you've got all those tools, that's still not everything you need to be a tremendous lawyer. You can have to go with the baseball analogy again, you can have a great fastball, but if you can't locate it, then you're nothing. And so the same too goes for lawyers. You can have all those tools, but I think the best lawyers are those who not only have the tools, the skills of litigators, but are also great counselors, that they understand human nature, they understand their clients' needs, and the needs that are both stated and unstated. Because people are complicated. We all know that. Relationships are complicated. And litigation at its core is because even if it's a business suing another business, businesses are made up of people. So at its core, litigation is a breakdown of a human relationship. And the litigator's job is to try to find a way to see if that relationship can be restored. And if it can't, then what is the most efficient way to reach a resolution that provides the best benefit to the client? So, you know, in terms of the counselor, it's recognizing that there has something that has broken down in this relationship. And so your client has stated goals and unstated ones. And I think the most talented lawyers are able to see both the stated and unstated and find out what the best strategy is for the client. And the best lawyers also have the courage to call their clients out. And there are times, and I've had this happen to me, where clients lied to me and I've had to call them out on it. Clients lie to lawyers. People are people. People lie sometimes. But there are also times when if you tell yourself something enough times, you believe that it's true. And so a lot of times clients need someone from an outside perspective, and this is kind of where a counselor comes in. The idea of looking at the whole picture and saying, okay, I hear what you're saying. You've got a righteous case, but if you do this, this is going to be the cost to you, not only in terms of dollars, but it's going to run your life. Do you count the cost before you get involved, before you pull the trigger? And there are times if you get sued and you have to defend your honor, and you need a lawyer who's going to go in there and scorch the earth for you and be as aggressive as possible. But a lot of times I think that the best lawyers can sit with their clients and will have the courage to see what's really going on and try to come up with some more creative, efficient solutions than suing the pants off somebody.
Thanks for listening to the Alex Medina Law Podcast. Check back often for new episodes and follow along at alexmedinalaw.com.